What's going on, everybody? I'm Primalliquid and welcome back to my 100% walkthrough for Grandia. Guys, we're on part number 36 right now and we are in the worst place imaginable, the Tower of Temptation. This place is by far one of the worst mazes in JRPG history, okay? It is a freaking nightmare, to say the least. So, okay, what we're going to do is we're probably going to break this video down into multiple sections just to make it easier to follow. We are going to get absolutely everything here, and it's going to take a long time. The save point we just started at is the only save point in this area, okay? Now, a few tips and words of advice. Firstly, as you can see, the compass does not work in here, and the doors have unique colors. So what I would suggest doing, okay, is try and orientate yourself. Use the red part of the compass as north, because obviously that's what it stands for anyway. And then you can sort of rotate around the tower as required. So for the first one, we're going to go in the north door, okay? There's no real reason for this other than there's 2 bags of gold in here, which we need to get. Also, enemies in here offer basically 0 rewards. So again, you're probably not going to get much. And I know I forgot to use the... oh, excuse me, hiccups. I know I forgot to use recover at the save point. That's fine, don't worry. We're not going into the tower fully at this point, okay? We're just sort of going through the entrances essentially, and we're getting all of the items from the base floor. Before we actually start going through the tower itself, we will go back to the save point and use it. There are, I want to say, 12 or 13 floors for this tower, and it's a nightmare. It is seriously a nightmare, okay? And what I'm actually going to do as well is I'm going to put wrap here on play fair. We don't really care about leveling anything or anything like that right now. We just want to get through this place, and as you can see, these enemies have quite a bit of health. They survive quite easily against most attacks, even from Milda, and of course they give no EXP, basically no gold, and pretty much no magical weapon EXP. Wind got a bit, that's just because Wind is only like level 3 for Wrap, so it is what it is. Anyway, once we are in this northern area, we're going to go straight south and get a bag of gold, and then we're going to go over to the east, where we're going to get another big bag. Now, oh wait, no, these are brain bats, never mind. I was just about to say, this is the enemy that actually gives good EXP, but it's not. It's an enemy that looks a little bit like that though, but I'm guessing, yeah, I think they're later floors only, to be honest. But as I say, like, we're gonna break this video down. Well, I'll say we're gonna break this video. We're gonna break this this dungeon down into multiple videos. More than likely anyway, just because it is a really long one. So it's just gonna make it easier to follow. Right, so we've got the gold. Now we're gonna rotate around again. Okay, so that's the north entrance. Now we're gonna go around to the western entrance, and we're going to try and avoid as many of the fights as we possibly can, just because they're not going to give us anything other than slow us down. But there is actually a really good farm in this area later on where we can actually farm stat seeds. So anytime that you guys get drops and all that, just use them straight away so they don't take up inventory space and that. Now, with me breaking this dungeon down, and as you can see, Milda's nearly dead already. These things hit hard. But yeah, with me breaking this dungeon down into multiple groups, essentially, well, multiple videos, the first section that we're going to do is the easiest. Obviously, it's the start of the dungeon. It is going to be simpler. We will eventually unlock a lift to bring us back to the starting area, so we can reuse the save point if we really wanted to. But that's only going to happen twice. Okay, we're only going to use that one twice. What we are going to do though, okay, is we're going to do the entire first section here in this video, and then the next 2 are going to be much harder to actually go through. The reason for that is this first section is essentially just going through a couple of doors, activating some switches, and just in general stuff like that. The next sections that we're going to have to do will actually involve falling down trap holes and constantly like rerunning over the same area, if that makes sense. So this one is very straightforward. It's following paths basically, and I say it's straightforward. It's really not straightforward, to be honest, but it's straightforward compared to the later places anyway. It's a lot more straightforward compared to the later ones. Oh man, but yeah, it's gonna be interesting for sure. So these things right here are just kind of annoying. We don't do anything with them, so you can safely ignore them for now. Right, okay, so we've done north and we've done the west entrance. There's another item for us to grab just to the southwest of the starting area, and then there's going to be a bag of gold outside of the tower as well that we need to grab. Wait, what? I've missed the item. Where is it? Where's this item? I've completely missed it. That's weird. Oh well, it's fine. I probably missed it while trying to avoid the fights. It's not a problem. Yes, there's going to be one more item that we need to grab, and then there's also going to be a bag of gold. The next door, the door that we just got to, we're actually going to ignore that door, okay? We can get in it right now, but there's a second door inside it, which is completely sealed. So we can't actually do anything with that. There's the item. Yeah, we can't actually do anything in there just yet. However, we will be able to momentarily. So what we're going to do is we're going to completely ignore this south door, and there's nothing down here either, by the way. We're going to completely ignore that south door, and we're going to carry on going around. Because, well, one, we need the bag of gold that is located just around here. And two, we need to go into the eastern door to activate a switch. The switch inside the east door will open the second door in the south area. And then that's basically when we can enter the dungeon properly. Essentially. Oh, Milda died. How terrible. But yeah, this is basically where we're going to be able to enter the dungeon properly now. And this is where things are going to get not confusing, but not straightforward either, unfortunately. There's going to be a lot of stuff to do, and I should probably revive Milda. This is why I'm actually not going to use any magic going through the dungeon, by the way. I'm going to need all of my MP here for healing and reviving. And again, that would be the same for items as well. Right, so we've got all the items from the outside of the tower. We're going to go in the east entrance, and then in the little fork, which we're just about to get to. You guys might have seen the little blue thing in sort of the top right of the screen there for a second. That is the elevator. It doesn't work right now, though. We will get that working on the 4th floor and the 7th floor. Okay, so we can completely ignore this area right here for now because we can't use it. So what we're going to do is we are going to instead go to the south room here, where there's going to be a switch for us. And yes, I know I keep getting ambushed. It's fine. This is one of the joys of all the grinding we did. This first starting area is going to be really easy. Milda's probably going to die a lot, but it's only Milda. Rapfina and Justin will be fine going through this area, and they kill things quite easily anyway, so it's not a big deal. And obviously right now I can just use normal attacks. I don't need to worry about magic or skills or anything like that. However, in later parts of this dungeon, we are going to come up against enemies that have ridiculously high magic defense or ridiculously high weapon defense, and so on and so forth. So we will have to mix things up a little bit. Right, that crystal we just interacted with is a switch. So now that we've activated that, we need to leave this section. This is where we're going to go back to the save point now. Okay, we're going to heal, we're going to save, and then we're going to go to the south door. This is now where things become difficult, to say the least. I mean, well, the first section is going to be straightforward-ish. easy-ish. You know, we can... Like, it's going to be easier. Just nowhere near as difficult as the later sections anyway. Oh, man, I got stuck on the log. This is kind of one of the problems with the tower as well. It doesn't really give you much leeway to avoid enemies. So it does kind of force you into multiple fights. And I need to heal Milda before she dies. I don't want to keep spending MP on Resurrect. Well, that happened. It's like, I could use AoE attacks as well, but yeah. It's like, once we start getting to resistances, that's going to become pointless. And as I say, we want to save as much stuff as we can for later, when it's going to be very, very, very needed, to say the least. And at least Resurrect is only 6 MP, you know, and I've got that on pretty much all the characters, so we should be okay on that front. Alright, so we're now back at the save point. We're going to recover, we're going to save, and this now is where things are going to start getting kind of brutal. Right, here we go, guys. Here we go. Time to enter the tower properly. We've recovered, we've saved, so now we just need to go all the way back down to the south door. And if you remember, that's the one with the stairs just outside of it. So there's the eastern. We've already got all the items from out here. We've already activated the switch. And we are going to have to go through these fights, unfortunately. Just because they're in the way. Oh, man. I am not looking forward to this part. This is the part I've been dreading all run. Like, I love Grandia. I absolutely adore Grandia. But, oh my days, this dungeon is not half a nightmare. Just a shame they give, like, amazing items, though. Like, the rewards for this dungeon are honestly amazing. Ooh, we got a drop. Nice. Yeah, drops in the tower are pretty rare, to say the least. They are incredibly, incredibly rare. However, pretty much all the enemies in the tower do drop stat items. Okay, so like there, we just got the power fruit. I'm going to use that straight away, just because, well, it's taking up inventory space, but it is extra stats for everybody. Well, anybody that you use them on. So if you actually wanted to stat cap, you could do that. And it will just take a really, 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 really long time, unfortunately. But hey, you know, the ability is there. The possibility is there for you to do that with. So, of course, make sure you make the most of it. But again, it's really not needed, to be honest. Like, it's really not needed at all. It's like, just getting your weapon and magic levels, they're just bullying Milda, man. Yeah, just getting your weapon and magic levels is gonna already make you ridiculously overpowered for the entire game, like to the point nothing will ever be able to fight you. So you are going to be ridiculously overpowered. If you actually start farming stat items as well, that's gonna be a whole different kettle of fish. You're gonna be even more ridiculously OP. Okay, right, let's just go ahead and heal again. Might as well use a Hal heal, why not? And Halver, just to cleanse the poison. Right, okay, here we go, guys. So this door was already unlocked for us, so we can just go straight in there. This door, however, was not. That's what we had to go and do the switch for. Okay. Right, time to enter the tower properly. Oh, this is gonna suck so bad, man. This is gonna suck. Right, okay, this is where I'm going to start following a guide myself, guys. Okay, just so we don't get turned around. Okay, so if I have to just stop and orientate myself for a minute, you know why, basically. Wait, where am I now? I'm already... Oh wait, yeah, I've got to walk up and around, haven't I? Oops. Oh man, I'm going to try and avoid as many fights as I possibly can as well to try and save time. But yeah, this is not going to be a fun place, okay? And this is definitely not going to be a fun place. It's going to be fun once we get the items and the bosses at the end of here. Because the bosses are actually harder than the final boss in the game. But actually getting to that point... Yeah, that part's not so fun, unfortunately. Not so fun at all getting to that part. I would strongly suggest, though, if you are following this guide for the tower, just always keep the compass pointing north. I mean, obviously, you're going to have to turn the camera a little bit every now and again just to, you know, sort of see where you're going and stuff like that. But keeping the camera pointing north, keeping the compass pointing north will drastically help out, okay? Alright, here we go, man. Here we go. We're about to go inside. It's time to cry. It's really time to cry. Right, we're going to keep the camera pointing north. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go down to the little fork and we're going to go south. It's like we're gonna completely ignore that little switch over on the left. If we wanted to, we could basically skip getting a huge amount of stuff, okay? We could skip loads and loads and loads if we just went that way. But of course, that means we are going to miss a ton of stuff. And oh my god, you know what? I'm just gonna leave Milda dead. I'm literally just gonna leave her dead for a bit. Might as well, right?
Close.
Oh man, Milda's so weak, dude. She's so weak. Oh, another power seed, very nice. I think I'm gonna use that one on Rat maybe, because Justine's already really strong. Yeah, Justine's already. Oh, it's only a seed. Yeah, we'll use it on Justine. Why not? Power up is heaven and earth cut, you know. Right. Okay. Yeah. So if you want to, you can go sort of straight along there to get to, you know, like the next floor and that. We're not going to do that though. There's going to be a lot of lifts in here, guys. And I do mean a lot. So this could be a nightmare. So just try and follow along as best you can, okay? I know it's going to be difficult. That's literally just the nature of this dungeon, I'm afraid. It's really not an easy, simple, straightforward dungeon at all. It's literally the worst maze ever. I can't think of a maze in any game that is worse than this place. Alright, so there's the gold. And unfortunately, we're not going to get many items going through the dungeon either. Pretty much all the items are located at the very end of it. Right, okay. Where am I going? Where am I going? There. Oh, man. This place is horrible. Wouldn't be so bad once we get to the next section, where we do actually start getting some decent-ish EXP. There is an enemy called the Gaia Brain, which is basically like these things right here, only it's essentially an endgame enemy, and it will give you endgame EXP as well. And that's both normal EXP, gold, weapon EXP, magic, the lot. So it is actually a really, really good enemy to farm. But it's not really worthwhile farming in here. You know what I mean? It's really not worthwhile farming in here at all. Because there's only a couple of them, and they're in a really annoying spot to get to, if I remember rightly. Like you can't just enter and exit the tower or anything like that super conveniently. So it's not really worth it. But it's still a nice little boost if you want to maybe level Magicorp or weapons up on them if you really want to. But again, in my opinion, not worth it at all. Alright, we've got the gold. Now we need to go this way over to the east. Man, getting bearings in this place is really not nice. But yeah, the only reason we went to the east there is so we can come down and get this bag of gold as well. Now we're just going to take it back up. That's literally all we went on that elevator for. So now we need to go to the south, right here. Oh man, this dungeon is confusing. Very, very confusing. It's like, I'm sure you guys are already thinking that just from seeing the layout. You know, corridors everywhere, offshoot paths everywhere. It's not a fun dungeon at all. Oh man, I love the game, but I don't like this dungeon. I like the rewards though. The rewards are nice. Unfortunately, I can't really make use of them for Justin and Fina because of, you know, like all the grinding I did earlier. But again, that is literally just because I don't want any problems in this dungeon for these videos, okay? So like if I was doing a regular run where I wasn't recording or anything like that, I was just running through, my levels would definitely be a lot lower than they currently are. But again, we don't want any problems on the video, so we're being careful. Right, I think there's a bag of gold over here. Yeah, there's gonna be a bag of gold. Oh man, this place, dude, this place, it's such a nightmare. It really is such a nightmare. At least once we get through this, we're going to be sort of okay. Well, sort of okay. There's still going to be a lot we need to do. It's just not going to be anywhere near as bad. You know what I mean? Oh, I need to cleanse poison off Wrap as well. 20 damage poison, so I can take a few ticks from that, just not a huge amount. So yeah, I'm best off cleansing that and healing. Actually, I should heal. Let's get rid of the poison. Fina can heal. Right, where am I? Shit, where am I? Oh yeah, I'm here. Now let's get the bag of gold, and then we can go on the next elevator. So again, this one is leading us to a dead end. We're just following it for gold, and I actually think there's an item along this one. Oh, I didn't want them to grab me. I really didn't want them to grab me there. Oh, sigh. You know what? I'm going to turn auto off. It's like we're going to use some skills here, just to get the fights done with quicker. You know what I mean? And then obviously, it also gives the benefit of taking much less damage as well. So, I mean, we can use skills right now, and you can use magic right now if you really wanted to. There's not really any enemies with resistances in this section. It's more the next two sections that are going to have a lot of resistances, unfortunately. Oh man, they ambushed me again. I just want to avoid the random fights, dude. No, it was worth a try. Oh, Fina's not going to be able to one-shot these, is she? I mean, Rando Hill, maybe? It's probably not going to be enough to kill them, though. No, didn't think so. Right, Wrap. You know what? A disc cutter, because they're all kind of lined up. This one should kill them all. I missed the first one. That's fine. Justin can kill him. Yeah, we'll use skills just to clear the fights up that little bit quicker, I think. Because we do have a lot to go through for sure. Yeah, so this is the last elevator we need for the next item. So do you guys see right now why I say that even I can't do this place based on memory, and even I need a guide for this place? It's a maze. It's an absolute freaking maze, and it's a nightmare as well. And it's like, this is, as I say, this is the simple area, okay? This is the simple area. I think that really says a lot as well, to be honest. Oh man. Yeah, this is... Oh, they didn't die. That's kind of annoying. Well, Wrap and Fina should kill him with normal attacks now. Should do anyway. I wish I could get... There's a knife we can get in this dungeon, okay? I wish that knife was earlier on, because it would make progressing through the dungeon so much quicker. Like, so much quicker. And you'll see why once we get it. I'm not gonna spoil any of the special effects from any of the items that we can get in here. So this is the life staff. It gives plus 2 HP level in combat, so you know it's a buff. It's not the best staff in the game, but it is one of the best staffs. We do actually get the best staff in this dungeon though. It's like pretty much name the best. Well, name the weapon type. We get the strongest one in this dungeon, basically, bar a couple. Like, the strongest sword, for example, is from, like, Story. I think off the top of my head, the best throwing weapon is from later in the game as well. But that's not, you know, like, like a story thing or anything like that. That isn't. That's just from like a random find in a dungeon. Right. Yes, I need to go up and around. Man, I hate this place. I bet you people are sick and tired of hearing me say that now. But the thing is, you guys know what I'm like with mazes in general. You guys know I don't like mazes because they're so easy to get turned around in, and they don't really make for entertaining videos. So going through them on a video is like, you know, it really takes it out of you, man. At least we're nearly done with the first section. Nearly done with the first section. Unfortunately, though, that still leaves, you know, a lot of the next section, sadly. And then, of course, we have the final section as well. But yeah, this one might seem quick. It's not quick. Wait, where am I? Oh, shit. Right, I'm here. It's alright. I found where I am. I lost place where I was in the guide, that's all. But yeah, as I say, this place is really hard to navigate without a guide. Doing this based on pure memory is superhuman. If someone can do the entire tower purely on memory and still get 100%, I should clarify that. If someone can get through this tower and get 100%, then that's impressive. Just going through to the tower and rushing straight through to the end, that's not actually that difficult. I could probably do that myself just based on memory. But once you actually incorporate all of the offshoot paths and getting all the items, that's when things become problematic. Because obviously there's so many. You know, there's so many offshoots that we have to go through and all that. It's not a fun time. It's really not a fun time at all. Alright, so this, guys, is the hurricane belt. 50 action. 50 action, okay? That is really good. And in fact, if I just so again, 50 action, that's gonna basically zoom you along on the ATB. So you know the little timer at the bottom and that determines your turns? Yeah, that's what that gives you. That's like 50 fire levels. 50 fire level. In fact, you know what? Maybe I should put down Milder, actually, given how slow she is. Might be beneficial. You know what? Can I kill them with a baboon? I wanna see if I can kill them with baboon here, because Fina is quite strong with magic. No, should have known. Well, it's fine. Yeah, I'm gonna revive Milder and I'm gonna give her the hurricane belt, actually. Simply due to the fact that then with the extra speed, she might actually be able to get some turns in, and then obviously she'll actually be able to do some damage. Not a huge amount, you know, she only does like 80 damage a hit because she is so weak. But it should be a little help at least, right? Like a little help. But as I say, like, normally you're not meant to come here this early. Normally you're meant to come here way later. In fact, you know what? I'm going to give Justin the chain gem so he attacks an extra time, actually. But yeah, normally you're meant to come here way later, so then you would have 4 characters with magic. Obviously we don't have that because we've decided to come here drastically early, but it's, you know, it's one of them, really. Wait, where am I? I'm lost. Oh shit, I've got turned around. I've actually got turned around. I don't know where I am right now. 3rd floor. Let me... Wait, no, I just picked up the hurricane belt, didn't I? So yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, it's fine. I know where I am now. I just picked up the hurricane belt. This is the problem, man. I start talking, I lose track of where I am and where I'm going. Oh, Jesus. It makes it so hard to do this dungeon. And trying to find out where I am each time. Alright, well, luckily enough, we just need to get one more item. which we're about to get right now, and then we're kind of done here, actually. Yeah, see, Milder is still pretty slow, but we did basically just double her speed there. We literally just basically doubled her speed, and obviously Justin now gets a third hit out, so that's even more damage for us. That's really going to come in handy. Like, just really, really going to come in handy. Okay, last item for this section. Well, technically there's one more, but we'll get that later. So this is the Earth Axe. And as you can see by the text at the bottom there, it is the best axe. And if we were to use it, it uses boom magic or boom pow. I can't remember. It's one of the explosion magics anyway. But yeah, so that's the best axe in the game. Nearly 70 attack. And if, in fact, you know what? Maybe I should just throw that on Milder, actually. Yeah, we're gonna throw that on Milder. Just because it's infinitely better. So she does more damage. In fact, what are her weapon levels, actually? 25, 27, 30. Yeah. Doesn't really matter. We'll just leave her with the axe so she actually does a little bit of damage, I guess. Right, okay. So now that we've got those items, we do need to backtrack, which isn't really that bad. You know, it's pretty straightforward, kinda. I just have to remember where I am right now, actually. And I think I've actually took a wrong turn. I think I used the same lift twice. Well, we'll soon see. We will soon see, won't we? If I go back and there's an empty room there, yeah, I took the same lift twice and it screwed me. Which I think I did not. I did not. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, so yeah. We need to go back the way we came now, essentially. And we need to, unfortunately, do that for the entire maze that we've just done. We've actually got to go back outside now, okay? We've done all of the dungeon stuff now. So yes, we do need to go all the way back out, unfortunately. Once we're out though, we can recover, we can save, and then we can move on. Because we are about to do sort of the last, well, I say the last, not the last. We're about to move on to the second section, basically. We've got one more set of floors to do where there's going to be a bunch of switches that we need to activate. With activating those switches, we then get to move on to the 7th floor. That's also going to be where we activate the elevator, and then we can also use the elevator to come back down and access the save point again and recover and save and all that. But we still have lots to do, like lots. And just remember, I've already said this. This is the easy, simple part, okay? We're not even done with the first part, and it's already been like what, 30 minutes or something like that. We're not even halfway through. We're not even a third of the way through. Right now, I think we're about a quarter of the way through this place, okay? Just because getting the items is a colossal pain, and this is the easier part. Again, this is the easier part. So do just try and, you know, keep that in mind, basically. Oh man, it also doesn't help though that I left a ton of mobs alive, sadly. I left a ton of mobs alive, unfortunately. I probably should have used Heaven and Earth Cut there, actually, just to get them all killed, maybe. Actually, yeah, we'll use Wrap with Neodemon Ball just to kill everything really quickly. Man, I hate vibration in this game. Alright, okay. There's that fight done. That should be the last fight we have to do for a little while. Should be. Oh no, there might be a couple more that I managed to avoid earlier, but we'll see. We'll see. Alright, so we need to go and get on this lift now, which takes us to yeah, the actual bit that we need. Okay, that's fine. So now we're going to take this left lift, okay? It says one that we haven't took before. We haven't took this one before at all. You know, I really need to start using my mouse just to sort of keep track of where I am. Yeah, now we're actually moving on. We are moving on. I mean, I suppose I could have gone to save, really, but yeah. I might as well just get through and do the next section. Yeah, I might as well just get through and do the next section, really, hadn't I? Alright, so here's another door that, you know, we needed the switch for earlier. So now we're going to go through again, and then we're going to be back outside of the tower. So once again, we are outside the tower. Now we've just got to rotate all the way around once again, climb to the very top of the tower. Remember, the goal is to reach the very, very top. We are, of course, going to avoid all the random fights because, well, we might as well, really, aren't we? Right, so we are now in the 4th floor. So straight here, there is a switch, okay? This is switch 10. We can't do anything with this just yet. So what we need to do now is we need to basically move forward in a complete straight line. The doors behind us are going to close, okay? The reason for that is we've already done one switch. Remember the one we did at the very start that opened the first door for us? We've already done that switch. There's another 9 in this floor, okay? We need to activate all 9 of those switches to 1, get the items, and 2, to advance through the tower. So that is exactly what we're going to do. Luckily enough, though, at the end of this floor, we do actually get to activate the lift, and then that will allow us to then go back down to the ground floor. We can use the save point to recover, save, and then from that point on, we can actually just use the lift to come straight back up here. And obviously, you know, we won't have to go back or anything like that to pick up any more items. So once we save and recover, we can literally just start from this floor, essentially. And then we'll be able to do the same on floor 10? I think it's floor 10. I don't know. I can't remember. Yeah, either way, we get to use the lift again later as well. It's just a way of saving a little bit of progress for us. Right, so there's that switch done. Okay, so what we're going to do now is these 2 doors have opened. And obviously these ones have not. So what we need to do is we need to open up all of those doors now. And do one of these walls open, or do I need a switch for them? I need a switch for them. Yeah, it's right. There's a bag of gold that way. And I just couldn't remember if the doors were like an interactable destruction or whether I needed the switches for them. It's fine though, it's fine. Like it's not very difficult at all. Yeah, I'm just gonna spam heaven and earth, of course, because we are going to get to, you know, go back and actually recover soon. So just getting rid of a few quick fights is just gonna be beneficial for us, really. Oh, I got another drop, nice. Yeah, I'm not gonna use the drops just yet. I'll save them until we get to the save point, and then I'll use them. I might as well, really, hadn't I? Right, so here's a switch number 2. Well, technically switch number 3 because of, you know, the very first one. And here is switch number 4. Okay. Now we can just continue on around because now we do actually have to go back to the switch here. Obviously, that door there is still closed, so we can't do anything. So now we're going to go up a little bit. And nothing. Oh, wait a minute. Did it open up the bottom door? It might have opened up the bottom door. Yeah, it might have done the bottom door. No, it didn't do the bottom door. Wait, what? That hasn't opened up any door. That's weird. Why has that not opened up a door? I mean, they are the switches. Ah, there we go. I just had to walk into it. That's fine then. Alright, so now we've done that, we can go up here, get the bag of gold. We are going to get into a fight, unfortunately. I know, it's terrible. It's fine. It's only 3 brain rods. We can kill them with just normal attacks. Right, so there's the bag of gold. There's going to be two more bags of gold and also an item for us to grab. Now, the bags of gold are obviously not anything special. The item is just going to be a seed of movement. So, yeah, I mean, the SP is nice, but it's not that important. Obviously, the door's still behind us, so we knocked the floor down there. And now we are back to where I was looking for the previous door. So we can just come back out of there. So now what we want to do is we want to go to the door that we just opened. Obviously, we can't do anything with that little block there. So this time we're going to turn around because there's actually a door behind us as well. And just down here, there is going to be another switch. So we're going to interact with that one. Now here, okay, the door's basically open for whichever way he is facing, if I remember correctly. No, I guess not. I guess now I've got to keep rotating it, maybe. There we go. Okay, so we've opened up that one. Now, this one should let us get the item at least. Yep, there it is. There's the seed of movement. We are going to have another fight. We're just going to use that straight away on Justin, though. More SP is always a good thing. We're going to have to rotate the statue around again so we can actually get to the next switch. And then it's actually going to be a little bit annoying because we're going to sort of have to kind of backtrack, but also not kind of. It's kind of hard to explain. You know, it's a maze, guys. It's a maze. How can you explain a maze when you think about it? It's really not that easy to do. Oh, man, and Milder's so weak, she can't even hurt these guys. That's how weak Milder is, guys. That's how weak she is. As I say, normally you would come through this place with your final party member, where you have access to her magic, basically. Like their magic, their weapon skills. Well, I mean, their weapon skills are actually really terrible. It's mainly the magic that you would have access to. You would treat this character as a healer and reviver, pretty much. So it's one of them. All right, now we just have to keep rotating the head around to open up the door for the next switch. Come on. There we go. All right, now we can do the next switch, and then we can go back along the path a little bit more, because that switch is going to allow us to knock this wall down here. And then just like before, there's going to be a door both above and below you. We're going to go above, so towards the north for the next switch. And then we are going to go down to the south. There's going to be a switch straight down here. And then we're going to go to the east. Okay. Well, it's not letting me interact with it. Why is it not letting me interact with it? There we go. We just had to run into the wall. That's fine then. Yeah, so we run into that wall, and this is going to allow us now to get to the 9th switch. So we're nearly done. We're nearly done. Okay. We'll pick up the bag of gold, and then we can activate this switch, which is going to open up these two doorways, which takes us basically back to the start where we were. So what we're going to do now is we're going to run back along that hallway. We still cannot open. Oh, wait, no, the thingy has opened. Well, never mind. So we're going to interact with the statue. So now interacting with that statue is going to open up this hallway right here. Not sure how throwing his sword in the roof actually opens it up, but hey, it does. And then we just have to follow this pathway. And that is basically this section done now. So like, the doors will open for us and fall down as we go. Do this fight. And then, in the next room, there's going to be the final bag of gold and also access to the lift. So, we are basically now done with this section. But, again, as I said, this is the easy section, okay? This is easy. You guys have seen what a freaking maze this place is. This is the easy part. Keep that in mind, okay? Keep that in mind. Oh, man, I really hate this dungeon. It's difficult. It's really difficult. And what's worse, the enemies we're going to start encountering now are going to be harder. Okay, they're going to be harder. They're going to have more health, more defense, way higher resistances. We're in for a bad time, guys. We're in for a bad time, okay? Ooh, another defense seed, though. I'll take that. Yeah, we're in for a bad time coming up. All right, got that. So here from that bag of gold, we're going to go straight up and avoid the fight. So I know you guys didn't see the little text there. Basically, that is the teleporter. Okay, that's the teleporter. So now that we've entered into that, we can leave this place. It's like we've activated that teleporter now, okay? It's completely activated. So now we are back at the east entrance. So we're going to go up to the save point and hopefully avoid all these fights. Yep, we're good. And we're going to recover. So that's the first section of the tower done. We still have a lot to go, though. That puts us at about a quarter to coming up to a third of the way through the tower. Okay, if we just look at floors, we're a third of the way through, but the later floors are longer and more annoying, so we're only about a quarter to a third of the way through. Anyway, though, guys, this particular video is getting kind of long now, so we are going to end things here, and then we are going to be back where we take on the next section of the tower in the next video. Still, though, I do hope you guys have enjoyed this one. If you have, please be sure to smash that like button, drop a comment down below because it really helps out the channel, and of course, subscribe if you're new around here so you don't miss out on any more content. As always, though, everybody, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.